Ready to go, Coral?
Well, rock and roll. Let's get out of here. The boat's all ready for a couple weeks of us away.
And next time will be this.
Yeah, and taking down the mainsail. We got the head sail off at least. Let's go!
Bam!
Let's go!
No, we're not let's going with the motor, Coral.
Brum brum! Are we going somewhere, Cora? Gonna drive onto the water?
Yeah, this is a self-launching boat. No need for a fancy lift.
Time for a pause.
Yes, I think it's time to stretch the legs, change the diaper, and we are at Furnace Falls. Looks really nice.
Smooth like butter, Coral. Nice new asphalt.
Hello, Papa? Papa? It's Carl's birthday. Very first year, so I'm having a little bit of fun. It's gonna be a rainbow kind of cake if this comes out.
Coral, you're already starting to unwrap things? Wow.
Like exposed to.
Yeah. Such a special day when someone's sweet turns one.
Oh, wow.
Here, hold that. Go ahead. Go pull it. There you go. Yeah. Look at her face. She's like, whoa. Uncle Zach's. It really engages them more because
She loves books. Like she just spends so long just staring at the books.
Oh, wow. She really seems to be into people. I've noticed. Oh, you're so cute. Is that yours? Oh my god, that's the most precious thing. Oh, you're gonna be carrying that around.
Oh, she's hugging the baby.
Happy birthday, dear Coral. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, have fun, sweetheart. You get the first handful.
Oh, touch.
Go ahead.
What's that? Oh, you want the raspberry? You want the raspberry?
Straight for the raspberry. Mmm.
There you go.
Go get it.
Aw, you're so sweet. Look at you making all the
I don't care
healthy
about the
choices.
cake and messing it
There you
up.
go.
She just wants the raspberries.
Hatching.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is, there you go. Yum, yum.
There's some more. Oh no! We're burying Coral. Oh, you found me. music. Give me that. Can I have it back? You're not even using it, you're just holding it.
Hier, mon amour. We made it. We are back at the boat because it is getting cold. Fall has really settled in and winter is coming, so we have to get the boat ready for the winter. So lots of winterizing over the next week, getting some measurements and things for projects to do over the winter, because this is our last time at the boat. I finally managed to put Coral to sleep, so now time to really get going on that winterizing, because it's cold. Kind of cold. We've had the heater going all night.
Well, I want to take down this main and sun cover or lazy jacks. So I got to figure out how it's all hooked up. First, I'm going to take off the sun cover and see what the main looks like. So start with some of these straps. I'll leave the lazy jacks here, but take down the actual cover. Well, we got most of the sail disconnected. A few more lazy jacks, and I think it seems like the whole stack pack is gonna have to come off and slide off.
Why are you taking down the sail on a wet day?
Well, I don't have many dry days. Well, it looks like the battens, Alex was right, and the battens come out from the other end. You unscrewed a little screw, and there's a cap that comes off. Looks like this one was stopped at 5. I don't know if we should be writing some of this down, but... yes, I know, Coral. You're upset. And then this gets unscrewed. Long, full battens. It seems like they go all the way through. So, it should be a really stiff mainsail. Looks like a storm's coming in again. Well, I got the sail folded up super neatly. It's really hard to do it all by myself, but it's in a big ball, and hopefully tomorrow when we get some nice weather, we'll bring it over there and fold it up properly so it actually can be stowed away somewhere, because right now it's next to impossible to move. But I think I'm ready to take down the sun cover here. Looks like there's just slides, so I'm gonna slide them all down, pull them from the other end.
We should be nicknaming this boat Water Boat. There's water coming in from everywhere.
I guess we should be happy because our fixes that we did fix don't seem to be leaking anymore. But there's still so many leaks and the weather's not cooperating to fix them before winter, so it's really kind of frustrating. But anyway, we'll do what we can and tarp off the rest, I guess, the best we can. Well, doing lots of temporary repairs. since winter's caught up with us a little bit too fast, I figure I'd rather waste a few rolls of tape for the cost of the roll of tape and see if the leaks are the top of the window, which I suspect where the gasket sits on these hatches, or where the glass sits into the hatch. I think that's the seal that's gone in it, and a couple other spots that we're taping up for winter, so we'll be able to see, hopefully, in the next few days when it's calling for lots of rain, where the leaks are coming in from, and we'll be certain of it for next year, because it's a little too cold to apply. We don't have a good window. We have like one nice weather day and then a bunch of rain, and that's not really enough time to really take on a lot of these projects because they require quite a lot of time just to clean up the project.
Just fill it to the top. Okay. It's a shame we took it down when it had been wet for a while. That's not water for you, Nova. Mets dans le sac. Dans le sac. Dans le sac.
It's always fun digging in new compartments and finding new goodies. We knew our wastewater tank was back here, but we didn't realize we had a storm sail and a trysail back here for our storm setup, so that's great. And we have a ton of storage actually under here for storm sails or whatever sails, really, any sails we're not using. So
we get more antifreeze. Is today the day?
we'll find out if the engine starts. If the engine starts, yes it is. We're gonna winterize the engine is the goal. Really?
Are you supervising, Daddy? Or no, you want more oats? Oh. So Corey was laughing at my little stool, but that's the only way he's gonna make it up to start the engine.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I know. Everything with little baby Coral. Ok, Coral. On met le rose. Whoa, ça va.
Cool, so you'll hold the hose and make sure it doesn't go flying, and I'll start the engine and check to make sure the pink stuff's coming out the back.
Okay. That's a big and exciting one.
Yeah, eh?
Yes, it's a relief. Coral is all dressed up to go in the cold. Coral! Viens ici. Okay, it's really winter. There is hail falling from the sky. It's crazy. It's been so windy and rainy and not very nice.
Well, that's not good. Slowly working working out our charging circuit here on the boat, figuring out how our boat's batteries are charged. It seems like the TriStar controller, which I thought was like a dual controller for the solar and the wind, it turns out it's just connected to the solar. There's no wind. The problem that I'm noticing after looking into the wind turbine seems like it has a microcontroller in it so that it controls how much power is outputted, so it's all integrated. There's nothing I can change or control unless I buy it and swap it out in the actual unit. The wiring is just so undersized. It's 10 gauge wiring for that sort of output. We need like something like a 4 gauge. So that's going to be a long run of 4 gauge wire. It's going to be expensive. So anyway, I think we're going to take down the wind turbine and figure out if, first off, I guess if it's still functioning properly, because I'm only getting 5 volts, so it should be outputting more than that. So whether it's the charge controller or the fact that the wires are way too corroded even at that point. But if we're only getting 5 volts on the charge controller, coming off the charge controller, the batteries are never charging. The wind turbine's just spinning for nothing at this point. All the charging is coming from the solar, which is outputting really nicely, at least.
How is the project's going?
Good, I got down the wind turbine, as you can tell. Just dismantling it a little bit so I can travel with it a little easier.
So a little interrupted because Coral wanted to see what Mommy and Daddy were doing, so she climbed up the stairs.
The ground was not grounded. It looks like the ground got pulled out at one point. And
what do you have to say? Come on, qu'est-ce que tu fais? Hein, mon amour?
Now, I should be able to feed the wires through.
It has seen better days. Way better days.
We got the deck wash pump here that we repaired already, and it seems like it works. Mind you, we didn't realize at the time that it was a saltwater rinse, so that's why I wasn't getting any more water into the pump when I was running it. So just to be sure that we don't crack anything else, I've got the intake disconnected, connected to another chunk of hose here that we're gonna run a little bit of the antifreeze through. Yeah. Just a tip for anybody wanting to remove old stubborn hose. I'm amazed at how great a heat gun works. You just warm it up a little bit, especially in these colder temperatures, and it just pops right off. No more struggling with hoses. Well, we still have half a bottle of 4200, and actually reading the instructions, it seems like you shouldn't apply it in temperatures below 4 degrees. So we're actually okay. Yeah, Celsius. So we're actually okay to apply it. It's just gonna take a lot longer to cure. So since I have half a tube left, and we don't have the best weather to actually pull out the windows, I'm just gonna go around all the windows that I haven't put tape or anything on and just throw a bit of this on the outside. I know it's not the proper way, but hopefully it'll keep out some of the leaks over the winter, because after the winter I expect to have to redo most of the stuff we do anyway, and we have like half the windows to do, so we just don't have the time to get it done before we leave.
I'm ready to show.
What did you guys find?
Wow, we're going through all the maps. There's like charts of the Georgian Bay, Cape May, and everything. And so I'm just like starting to categorize. Okay, that is not a chart. No, kaffe. Look at that.
Oh.
That's a spare antenna. Okay, that is really good, because one of the things we've learned with our lightning strike, always carry a spare VHF antenna.
To getting somewhere.
Yep, to getting somewhere. Actually, very much so in Penetang and nowhere, but we're figuring stuff out. Ok, là, arrête de tout manger, toi. It is not leaking. This is pretty awesome. Even with our cheap fixes. No water coming in. That's very sweet. And she's gonna fall in bed.
You like the big bed, Coral? Wow. We finally got the cushion for the table. Look at all that space. It's huge.
It was really nice finally meeting with the previous owner and getting answers.
Oh, wow. What were you saying, Mom?
It was really nice meeting with the previous owner and getting a lot of answers on a lot of different things that we had no idea. So finally we're figuring out stuff, getting somewhere.
Oh, are we getting somewhere, Coral?
I gotta say, that stove is awesome.
So cold. It's so cold. It's so cold. Is it cold? It's so cold. It's freezing. It's like 1 degree. I think we're leaving today. We're gonna finish winterizing, take out all the water, put in the pink stuff, and slap some tarps and get out of here, I think.
Do you really think we can pull it off today?
Yeah, we'll just leave late.
Coffee is the way to go in the morning. And
woo! Woo!
are we going outside? With your mitts?
Ready to take down some canvas?
Yeah, I think the rain is gonna miss us, so let's get her down and put a tarp on for the winter.
Don't fall off the boat. This is very different than our usual setup. Normally we only have 1 tank and we empty the tank and put some antifreeze in and it's simple. But this boat has 4 tanks. But luckily they're all plumbed here, so just figuring out, there's none in the aft tank right now. It seems there's still water in the port and starboard. I just want to know where all the water is so then we can disconnect the lines, empty the tanks, then put a little bit of the antifreeze in the lines. Make sure that, since there seems to be a lot of water that hangs out in the lines, I'm not comfortable just using air or just trying to make sure there's no water in the lines. All right, this is the aft tank. Sounds like the pump is working more. So I don't think there's a lot of water in the aft tank either. I'm just gonna disconnect each one and run the bilge pump.
Bilge complete.
Yeah, just putting the last little bit of stuff in and we should be good.
Oh, we're bringing some boards home.
It's all damaged. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to repair it. Gonna have to epoxy it and clamp it after it's all dried out. Damp rid! May the damp rid gods keep our boat somewhat damp free or mold free anyway. Is it gonna work, Coral? Alex is tying the last of the tarp.
This is it. Do it before the rain and before my hand freeze.
It's a wet one!